All right, so for an episode about the Ravens, we have to represent. Got my Flacco jersey. It's a fake, I'm sure. I don't know, but I'm guessing it's a fake. And
Got my Lamar jersey on. I'm pretty sure it's a fake as well, but that's okay. I think most jerseys you try to get off third parties usually are. I could
this
put on my Terrell
was
Suggs one or my other ones.
this was the beanie I wore when I was working at Walmart during the most of their 2019 season. So, oh no, 2018. My
Nice.
bad, my
I
bad.
think this is from the 2017 season. I do believe this hat is.
Oh, I'm not
Got a
sure how old
couple
this
of
is. I'm
them.
sure they got it at a yard sale or something. Anyway, so yeah, welcome to CDT Sports, and we're gonna talk about the Ravens this episode.
I think we're going to start this off by talking about Lamar and the contract situation. So I personally think that Ravens are going to sign Lamar. It really seems, I mean, they're 200%. They said
Mm-hmm.
it uh, for saying going to sign him. Let's talk about that negative 100% that they don't sign him, though, because I still think it's 50-50.
So yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Lamar. So okay, as far as I'm aware, they offered him what 200 guaranteed with like a 250, kind of like basically the same as the Deshaun contract,
I believe so.
and he walked away from it.
Yeah, I'm curious if there's stipulations that he wants in place. Like, here's what I've been thinking. What if he wants like a share, like a percentage of ownership stake?
Ugh, I wouldn't go that far, but I think he just wants more fully guaranteed money.
Because I was curious about that. Because that's the only thing I could really think of that'd be like next level
And
in a contract negotiation situation. That'd be pretty amazing.
and we'll talk more about this in a little bit, but Greg Roman is out as the offensive coordinator. I don't think he was necessarily fired. Like he
Oh
had a
no,
year left, and
we'll bring that up right now. Yeah,
yeah.
he's out. They're saying that Lamar's coming back and that he's gonna have some say in this offense coordinator situation.
So
I
that
think Greg Roman wanted to play a certain style that Lamar did not want to develop in. I think Lamar wants to pass the ball because he's got a cannon. And I think Greg Roman was like, nope, I want to run. Nope, I want to run. Hard nosed football. J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards up the middle.
Yeah, it's because like Lamar healthy is awesome. He does get injured, which I don't know if that's necessarily because Roman was telling him to run a lot or what, because it was his knee. He
Well, I think he
does.
got hurt outside. He got hurt in the pocket, though, both times, didn't he?
I honestly don't remember. I can't remember. I can't even tell you what game he got injured at. Was it the Panthers one?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
Denver, maybe. I can't remember to be 100% honest.
yeah,
But I want to say he was in the pocket both times he got injured last year and this year.
nice. Which fun little story, by the way. When I went and saw them play the Panthers this year, I left during halftime because that game was boring and it's like an hour and a half drive to Baltimore. But anyway, I did get within like, I don't know, because I went down to the bottom of the stands and right next to the field. I was like, I don't know, 20, 25, less than 20 feet away from Lamar. So that's pretty cool.
That's
But
pretty cool.
yeah, did he, I didn't wave or anything. I think he left right as I was coming down, but I did get to see Justice Hill up close and who else? Patrick Queen. Oh gosh, not Tyler Huntley. Drake, the running back.
Oh, Kenyon Drake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Anyway, but yeah, so with Greg Roman, he wasn't fired, but I think his contract was like a year left, and he's like, I'm just gonna
They
walk.
negotiated him leaving.
Yeah,
They shook hands and called it a day,
yeah.
is what happened there. But with that being said, um, if the Ravens don't sign Lamar, I look for him to be tag and traded. Lots of teams that he could be on. We won't talk about that much. We'll talk about some quarterbacks later.
Mhm.
We'll get some more into that later. But
I don't. It's like,
I
what do you
really think
feel?
tag and trade candidate is what Lamar would be underneath.
Well, because
But I think they're going to sign him
that, yeah, they're gonna sign him, or at least that's my hope. Like, obviously, so I don't know. I have a mixed
because they
bag
can
because
do
I
it
feel
and they can
like
sign. They have money to do it.
I have mixed emotions because, like, at the same time, I feel obviously, Lamar got us to be relevant, but at the same time, I don't want the whole team's identity to be Lamar. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So there's
but
that.
it's going to be. It's going to be because if the Ravens do sign him, you got to go with that play style. It's going to be Lamar. It's got to be
Yeah.
all about him.
Well, and I think the
Now,
team rallies around him. They want him to succeed. It's not
yeah,
like, it's not like you see, J.K. Dobbins or Marlon Humphrey or Ronnie Stanley. Is it Stanley or Staley?
Not anymore, Stanley.
You don't see them going like, well, hey, Lamar's getting more spotlight than I do. I think they all want
Yeah.
to, see
The
them
only one who
succeed.
had an issue with him was Terrell Suggs when he
Yeah,
was coming in, apparently.
nice. But wait, did Suggs? I don't know when he retired. Anyway, so yeah, I
He went to
what do you
Kansas
what
City
do you
that year.
okay? What do you think is going to like? Okay, I'm not asking you to tell me if he's going to get traded or if he's going to get signed.
Okay.
What do you think is the fair amount that he should receive, and what do you think he wants? Like,
Oh, how much do I think the quarterback should get? I don't know how much
well,
they should make based off of everything, but
like
based off how
what do you think is a fair
much,
amount for him?
if Deshaun Watson's getting 250 million guaranteed, I think Lamar should make more than that because he won an MVP.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have all those cases. He's in general a nice person, writes children's books. Like I think he deserves a better compensation than Deshaun Watson does. And I'm sure
Absolutely.
he sees that. But at the same time, with this being a money business, and it's like you spend all your money on one thing, it's like if you buy a car and you purchase all this money into buying the car. You need some gas to fill it up though. You need some oil. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta put your windshield or your or not windshield wiper
Like
fluid.
you
That's
need to,
real.
yeah.
Your headlight fluid back on or your
It's
blinker
like
fluid.
you can put all the money you want into a beautiful,
Yeah.
chandelier for your living room or your walkway into your house, but everything around it has to look nice too. You
Yep.
know,
And they talked about that in the press conference. They talked about how you need to be if you're a top heavy team, you will fall. It showed the Rams this year.
hmm
Um, but the Rams won, so they're good there.
it's kind
But
of like yeah, our team's terrible now, but hey, look at this.
last year we won, and they could go back next year if they play their cards right. Um, but
Which we'll talk about in a later episode about what we think's going to happen with quarterbacks.
oh
But anyway,
yeah, quarterbacks and upcoming after stay tuned for the off season. Make sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe, by the way, on this video. But yeah, make sure to hit that notification bell so you can stay tuned for upcoming stuff that we're going to be talking about because it's going to be crazy this off season, especially with all
hmm
this stuff with the Ravens coming out.
I could see
Get
us
ready
doing
for it.
I could see us doing a live stream of the draft, see what's going on, and
That'd be pretty fun. Depending on the day it is, yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
I could see us doing because I remember last year the draft I was literally on a plane going to Orlando. So I remember like I was on JetBlue. I'm like, okay, this thing. I think it like happened like the first pick. I think Aiden Hutchinson got picked literally as we were landing. I was watching it because like, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, the Cleveland really kind of screwed the whole league when it came to the guaranteed money because Kyler
Oh
Murray
yeah.
he got guaranteed what 250 something like that 210 230
I
200
can't remember how
and
much he made. Way
and
too much.
yeah he didn't even finish the season and Deshaun didn't even play the full season. He played like what 6 games, something like that. And
Because he's
then,
suspended.
yep. And then who else just got a fully guaranteed deal? Well, okay,
Patrick
so
Mahomes
not even. I
does.
don't even. This is kind of the same, but Russell Wilson, Denver stuck with him.
Oh, that's very much the same. Oh, that's the worst contract out of all of them.
hmm Which I'm hoping they get a good. I mean, if Jim Harbaugh went there, I mean, I don't know. You kind of need to have someone who's going to be willing to work with Russ.
Yeah,
But
we'll definitely have to make an episode about these open head coaching vacancies. I think that'll be a pretty good one. Some good candidates who we can get in there because the
but
Ravens got offense coordinator, so we got some people to talk about on that as
imagine if
well.
Jim Harbaugh became our OC.
Oh no, but I could see uh Brian Leftwich um based off that play style. I'm trying to think of another one.
Well, I'll just say this. I
Jeff
do agree.
Saturday.
Anyway, I think Lamar deserves more than Deshaun. So, but I think 300 is pushing it. So give him 260, 270, something like that.
As low as you can give him. I just being honest, just 250, 260, 270, something. Just
And
so you can build that team.
I was going to say 250 was guaranteed for Deshaun, but that's why should the league suffer because Jimmy Haslam's an idiot? So,
Yeah.
but so I would say give him 270, 275, and give him 200 guaranteed
Yeah.
over 10 years.
Yeah.
And that way, I think he's happy with that. Or, make it 215, 225 guaranteed, something like that to show that they care. But obviously, from the press conference yesterday, DaCosta and Harbaugh want him there.
Oh
So,
yeah, very much so. And then the team does around him as well. But with that being said, kind of going away from Lamar and the Roman talk, that involves other contracts. If
mhm.
Lamar's signed, there's gonna be other people who we got to be able to sign.
What
A couple
is
of those could be
I'm
Calais Campbell, Justice Houston, and Patrick Queen are the three big ones that I can think of offhand.
so okay, I'm looking here, their cap hits. So, in terms of salary cap space tracker, so the Bears have the most cap space. They have 115. We are in the top 10. We're number 8 and we have 32 million of cap space. Actually, no. Yeah, we have that. Our total cap's 193, but cap space is 32. So, I'm not sure exactly what that means, the total cap versus cap space. Maybe I don't, but
I'm not too sure on that. Sorry about that. My camera kind of got unfocused there for a little bit.
no, you're good. But so our biggest cap hit is Marlon Humphrey. He's at 19, almost 20 million. Mark Andrews, he got signed. He's good. He's not going anywhere. 13. They paid Kevin Zeitler 10 million. Okay. Roquan Smith, he just got the bank. He got what, 100
Yeah,
million for
100
5
million
years?
guaranteed. Yeah.
Yeah, so this probably isn't updated, but they have roughly, okay, that was last year. So we'll
That'll be
see.
the next jersey you guys see me in if I go to buy one. I'm gonna see if he changes his jersey number first because he just
Mhm.
got traded to the team halfway through. So he picked whatever number he could.
But okay, so
Um,
Ravens contracts
so
expiring. So yeah, let's look and see who's all right. So Marcus Peters, Justin Houston, Kyle Fuller, Lamar Jackson. You
which I
got
think they're gonna let I think they're gonna let a lot of these guys walk. I don't think Marcus Peters gonna be on our team next year,
I could see it. He's
and
he's the
and
biggest
I'm
cap
okay
hit,
with it.
so
I could see him going, and if he goes, then I want them to sign the Kyler Fuller guy again to another 1 year deal because I think they can get him cheap. But if Marcus Peters does a team friendly deal, keep him. But I don't think he will. He
yeah,
probably wants to get paid, and he's like, "No, I'm not going to sit here with a quarterback that's getting all the money." And I can just see that.
yeah, you are a little blurry by the way. I don't know why, but
Yeah, I don't think there's not much I don't think I can do to fix it.
okay. Well, and then Justin Houston, I would like them to keep him, sign him to like a 3-year deal, maybe 10, 15 million. I don't
Yeah,
know what his current trend. I don't know what
I
his
kind
current
of
one is.
think they'll I kind of hope they let Calais Campbell and Justin Houston and Patrick Queen walk.
I
Patrick
think
Queen had
Calais
a good
Campbell should
season.
stay. But sorry, what?
He's good. He's good. They're all good. They're really good players. But I want to see the Ravens get younger. I think they focus too much on having older defensive players, and I think that hurts the team a lot of the time because they cannot keep up with some of these teams. They get gassed easily. I want to see the Ravens if they're going to make a trade for anybody this offseason. I know everyone wants them to get a wide receiver, and I'll check the draft, of course.
I'm just gonna
Everybody wants the DeAndre Hopkins. What are the
talk about that while I'm doing
odds
this. Yeah.
that a team would trade us a good defensive tackle? Like, what are the odds that we could get a good defensive lineman that could help make Roquan's job easier? Someone who could fill the lanes. Like you get like an Aaron, like you got
Mhm.
an Aaron Donald type. Get a Chris Jones. Um,
Hold on
we
a
just need
second.
somebody in the middle of that defensive line, in my opinion. It's a very young defensive line. I
Okay,
think
so
if
I'm
they keep
seeing
any of them, Calais Campbell would probably be the best one to keep because
keep him. We can
he's still great.
we can afford to lose Patrick Queen, I think. He was okay, but
Yeah,
he didn't live up to expectations.
he had a great season this year. It's just how many other seasons will be just like this one is my question.
So I'm saying here 2023 free agents on wide receivers. Jacoby Myers, the Patriots, Juju Smith Schuster, I don't want him.
I would like Jacoby Myers, to be honest with you guys. I think
I
he's
could see
actually a
it.
pretty good receiver.
Darius Slayton, DJ Clark, Alan Lazard, Marvin Jones, Jarvis Landry, maybe. Let's see here. DeAndre Carter. Are we going to keep Sammy Watkins? Because he really didn't do much.
No, 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 no.
If we
He
can
was
get,
just he was the guy that they were picking up just to pick up.
yeah. Well, here's a question. Do you think it's possible we get Julio Jones?
I would rather not. I think it'd be a waste of a
Okay.
contract.
Okay.
Um,
Well,
I think the DeAndre Hopkins one would be a waste of contract. The one that everybody wants, and that it'd be awesome. But again,
let's get
what do you do
Jacoby
last
Myers.
season?
Yeah.
Jacoby Myers, I think he's not a great receiver, but he's someone that I think actually is pretty good and is highly underrated. I don't think the Patriots let him go though. I think he ends up getting signed there, but
Yeah. I don't want Juju. He's not that good and he's cocky. But
now that he's not on the Steelers, he's not as bad. I think now that he had a coach that actually kept him in line, that's all he needed. I think
let's
he's. I
see.
don't think he's not like Antonio Brown. I think you could bring him into a locker room like Baltimore, and he would do great.
I will say though, yeah, we can afford to lose Marcus Peters because Kyle Fuller's okay. And then get rid of Sammy Watkins. Let's keep Jason Pierre Paul. Kenyon Drake, we can
Oh yeah, I
afford it.
forgot he was on the team. So yeah, Justin Houston's gonna walk.
I'd
Calais
rather keep
Campbell is
him.
probably gonna walk.
If you made me pick between Calais Campbell and Justin Houston, I'd probably say Justin Houston just because he's younger. He's got more gas in the tank,
I like
right?
Calais Campbell more.
I think he's a better player, yeah. But if you're kind of what you were saying earlier, he's been playing for
Oh
a
yeah,
while,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I don't know you know how much more spirit he has in
Just
him.
left in him.
Justice Hill's rookie contract is up, so I mean he could
Let him
walk.
walk.
Yeah, let him walk. Tyler Huntley, let him walk. Let's see. Demarcus Robinson, don't need
I
him.
actually think they should sign him.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he had a good season. I think he'd be a good pickup. Maybe for like a cheap contract. I think keep him.
Yeah. Year or two. Not very much, but
Yeah.
no, I definitely out of this whole list, I'd like them to keep Justin Houston. I'd like them to keep Jason Pierre Paul and Kyle Fuller. Obviously, I think Marcus Peters is the better cornerback, but he's our biggest cap hit. So
Yeah, and I'm okay with them losing him. I think he'll be great whatever team he goes to. I think he's still a great quarterback. So
and definitely, cut the fat, get rid of Justice Hill. No disrespect. Again, I just they haven't really made an impact. And obviously, you gotta
I
have
wish they'd go after a number one running back instead of doing this running back by committee thing.
we have J.K. Dobbins, right? I don't think his contract's up this year. He's great. And then Gus
Yeah,
Edwards, I think we're okay on the running backs.
we are, but I just wish we would stop doing running back by committee and have just a stationary running back.
Yeah, no, I'd rather. I
Imagine
mean,
like a Derrick Henry type running back, like a
oof.
ground and pound running back with Lamar running read options.
Mm-hmm.
Then your change of pace back is just one of your speedster running backs. That's a wide receiver, kind of like a Tyreek Hill type. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's what the Ravens need is a speed gadget player. It's kind of what they wanted to do with Devin Duvernay, and I think they need to pick up a running back. If we're getting into what I think they need, and we'll go to the next subject, which is this upcoming draft.
All right, so let's go. Okay, NFL draft schedule. All right. So the Bears have their own pick. So here, let's just because we've talked about this before. I don't remember if this was
Yeah.
in our episode we put up later, but okay. Okay. Can you see? And I could see it if the contract negotiations just keep going on, they don't go anywhere. I could see us trading Lamar Jackson to the Bears in
Mhm.
exchange for the first round pick. Definitely Justin Fields and maybe one more thing.
Yeah, I think you get to first in Justin Fields.
What is I'm gonna look this up here real quick.
And if it's
Chicago.
not a first, then it's at least a second.
Well, their wide receivers aren't anything. Yeah, no, they're not any good. Who's another player for Chicago that we could use?
One of their defensive guys.
Let me see here. Chicago.
I think they have good defensive linemen.
Yeah. Um. Wait, they have Chase Claypool? Okay. Weird.
Yeah, they traded for him.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yep.
I'm looking here. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you so you can look at this and let's both go over this together here. So where's Zoom? Here we go. All right, do you see the depth chart?
All right.
All right, so I just looked here. This is the defense on Chicago. So I don't know who could we get from them. I mean, Justin
No
Jones,
one.
no one, yeah.
Mhm.
Special teams, we don't need special teams.
No, they're not going to trade for a player either. The Ravens only have a couple draft picks right now, so I look for them to get into the draft with a couple more.
All right, so hold on. Let's look at this then. Current draft order.
Yeah, so let's just pick who we think the Ravens will pick in the draft, like who we want them to pick, like what kind of positioning, based off of where they're currently sitting at.
So the problem is, so we need a really good wide receiver. And why is this still here? Um,
And we pick at number 23, I believe.
yeah, it's 20, technically 23, but because Miami forfeited theirs because
It's
they got caught.
22nd.
So, okay. So where does Chicago have another one? Because no, who has more than two picks in the first round? We could Seattle, but they don't really have, we're not going to trade for Geno
Houston.
Smith. Let's see here. Well, Philly's got two.
I could see Houston trading for Lamar if the Ravens did trade, but if the Ravens are trying to get a wide receiver, they could do that in these later rounds based off of this draft, from what I've seen so far.
Let's see the mock draft. So they're thinking that Chicago's going to go edge, and this is off Tankathon. Bryce Young, yeah, I could see Young going to Houston. Who do they think we're going to pick? I think we saw it earlier. It was like a running back. Yeah, they think we're going to get
Yeah,
Bijan Robinson
let's click on
again.
that.
Okay, let's see. He's 6 foot 20.
Texas, 20 years old.
Here's what I found.
My watch thinks I was talking to it. Anyway,
I mean,
he's the
based off
top.
those stats right there, I mean, whew,
Yeah, but we have J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards. I'm not. We don't need another running
I'm okay,
back.
I'm okay with not having J.K. Dobbins or Gus Edwards.
Well, who's the number one writer? So Quentin Johnson, I think, is the first. That's what they think. That does Carolina need a? They need a quarterback. They don't need a wide
Yeah, they need a
receiver.
wide receiver too, though, I think.
Okay, Quentin Johnson though. Let's see your yards. Oh dang, he had some pretty good last year. He was good.
It's only 1,000 yard season and six
Yeah.
touchdowns.
Oh yeah. Took me a
So,
second.
yeah, I mean,
I was looking at
I
the
mean, his
21. I
look at
thought.
his average though. I mean, 60 receptions, 17.8 yards, six touchdowns. He did the same amount of damage his junior year or sophomore year with 33 receptions, same amount of touchdowns.
Well, let's look at Jordan Addison then from USC.
Yeah, let's check him out. There we
Well,
go. There we go. He had a down year, 8.666, 875 yards. 50, their average isn't as much as that other guys, but look at those touchdown amount. That's a weed eat right there. It's someone
mhm.
in the end zone. We
Let me
don't
go
need a
back.
speedster. We need an end zone guy.
Good point. We need someone who can catch in the end zone. What about Jackson Smith? Oof, no.
No.
No, not based off last year. He might. Yeah, I don't know what they're. Are they projecting him to go in like the third round or something? Or it's not even saying. Okay, Kayshawn. No, we don't need him. Jalen Hyatt. No, they got 15 touchdowns this year, which was an improvement. So I mean,
Yeah.
they think he's going to go 36 to Indy. Wait, that's right.
I'm I'm gonna start looking at Jordan Addison a little bit more and see what kind of stats we got on him. Who do they currently? 15th. Ooh, it's Green Bay.
Green Bay needs wide receivers, but the
They
problem is Aaron
do.
Rodgers doesn't want to work with young people. He
They
wants,
do.
yeah, Aaron Rodgers he wants an experienced guy in there. So
I would love for the Ravens to get this guy if I look him up some more and he
what
comes up
if
to
what if we traded Lamar to the Raiders and we got in exchange Derek Carr, which he is what he is, and what's the other guy? Devontae
Devontae
Adams.
Adams. I'd want a first round pick with that. Wide
Is
receiver because
what's
basically Carr would be basically just offloading a contract for them. They don't even want him. So you'd basically be trading Lamar for a wide
Yeah,
receiver.
they're
So
going
you'd have to
quarterback anyway.
You'd have to trade. I think Devontae Adams is going to get traded anyways.
Well, his current. Let me look at his current. Let's see here, Devontae Adams contract. I think he signed. Yeah, he got a 5-year deal. So I don't know. I guess we could. Yeah, we could take on the contract. What do you think?
I personally think that either DeAndre Hopkins or Devontae Adams is going to get traded. I don't know if either of them will go to the Ravens. Um,
I could see us trading Lamar to the Raiders in exchange for
After that
Devontae Adams, Derek Carr,
meeting
in a
that
first
they
round.
had, I don't know.
Hmm. Who else could we trade? Because yeah, the Colts need one, but who do we get from the Colts?
No one.
Yeah,
The
so
the
that's not
Ravens aren't
worth
going to
it.
trade. The Ravens aren't going to trade for a wide receiver. I don't think, unfortunately.
Okay,
Um,
well,
if
who
they
else?
do, though, I think it'll be one of the top ones. So that's a good because I think there's only the reason I say that is I
Well,
only think there's two available that are needing that want to be traded currently, and there's I would totally pick Devontae Adams over DeAndre Hopkins.
does he
Uh,
want to leave?
send the first round pick to the Raiders for DeAndre for Devontae
Devontae?
Adams.
And
I think
yeah,
that'd be amazing, but I don't think that happens.
I mean I don't think it's gonna happen because now Terry McLaurin just signed a deal, but can you imagine if we got if we traded Lamar for Heineke? Actually, no, Heineke's a free agent anyway. Why don't we just pick up Heineke? I think he's good, but I don't know.
But with the way the Ravens are settled now, I'm pretty sure they'd probably pick a wide receiver.
They need to go wide
Um,
receiver. I mean, unless we
I
trade, let's just say we trade Arizona. Let's
could
say we
also see
get,
corner.
I mean, who else? Like, let's see, do they have any good corners? Why is it depth chart? Come on. No, I said Arizona. This is dumb. Hold on. All right, Cardinals. Here's the depth chart. Nice. Yeah, I mean, what if we traded them for DeAndre Hopkins and who else could we get from them in exchange for? Well, I mean, would they trade Kyler Murray to us? Because who
No,
do you want to trade a first round pick then?
I don't. I think the Cardinals would be out of the mix just because of who they're going to want to trade with. If we're getting DeAndre Hopkins, they're not trading for Lamar. I think they'd trade a. They. I think the Ravens would somehow get DeAndre Hopkins for a second and a fifth round pick.
All right, let me see here real quick. Available, because that's our number one pick, but I mean, not a number, that's our need. Available wide receivers.
Well, it depends because you have cornerback too. Because if you have Patrick,
Oh,
you also have middle linebacker as well. So if Patrick Queen leaves,
I don't know how updated this is because
defensive line as well.
Dez Bryant ain't coming back. He's retired. What the heck? I could see. I mean, if we can get Julio, is Julio Jones a free market? Is he a free agent?
Yeah, he's a free agent, but I don't think he's any good.
Okay.
I don't think he's what he used to be, and I think that showed because Tampa Bay's offense this year was atrocious.
Well, I don't know if that. I mean, that might have been their offensive coordinator's fault. Yeah, I was gonna say
It could
Richard
have been.
Sherman. He's not playing anymore, is he? He's retired. Maybe
Yeah,
he's not technically,
he's
but
also not a wide receiver.
yeah. Let's go back here. Let's see what you know. Mock draft. Let's see. Big board. Okay, so we gotta look for wide receivers in the draft here.
Yeah, so that one guy's number 14.
I would I would do okay. We got 10 minutes left in this meeting, but we can do another one.
Oh, I think this should be good.
Yeah, you want to do? I'm with you. Let's get Jordan Addison. Like
I
if he
think
ain't,
that's who I want the Ravens to go after is Jordan Addison. He looks like he's the best fit so far. I'll do some more research off stream, guys, and I will let you guys and off record so that I'm able to actually see who I think is going to be the best one. But so far, that Jordan Addison guy looks like he's the best,
I don't
just
know
based off of
why.
stats.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going based off rush yards, Kayshawn, I'm assuming it's Butte. He wouldn't be bad. I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
why.
yeah, yeah.
Why are they? maybe I'm just again, I'm more I like trading. I just don't necessarily understand a lot of the decisions. Why are they putting Quentin Johnson number one?
Oh, I'm not sure. It's probably because of a season he had or something like that. It's probably because of his measurables too. The guy's 6'4", 215. He's probably really fast.
Yeah, they probably are just compounding everything. So I
I
mean,
think the Jordan guy looks the best.
I'll take Jordan Addison. Yeah. But okay, so that leads us back to our question though. Like where does Lamar, if we trade him? I think the most logical choice in terms of a trade, there's two of them. Like I said earlier, the Bears give us Justin Fields and another pick. Or give us the next year pick anyway. And then I could also see Miami. I could see us trading for Tua because I feel like Tua, he's good.
He
You
would do
know,
good in Baltimore.
yeah.
I like his brothers in Maryland. So the Ravens could trade if Lamar's going anywhere, he could be traded to probably Washington, Dolphins, Buccaneers, Jets,
Yeah, I was gonna say someone said
Bears,
Jets, Bears. Yeah.
Raiders.
Out of all of those, I think the most likely one is God, the Jets are gonna throw everything they can because that's how they jet. But
I'm trying to think there's any more. Houston, Colts won't. So Houston.
we don't have it. The Colts don't have, or excuse me, the Colts and the Texans don't have anything that we want besides
They
the
have
good
they have
draft picks.
picks.
Yeah.
They have picks.
Well, I was
They
gonna
would
say,
take
I mean,
the they would
what do
take the
you?
picks. They would take picks for Lamar.
I was gonna say, I mean, what are they? Well, if you get rid of Lamar, Tyler Huntley's not good. So we need to get a quarterback from the team that we
Yeah,
trade for him.
they would. No, you wouldn't have to. You could pick up like Jimmy G or somebody in free agency because you have free
Good
agency
point.
also.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Um,
We could do. I could see Jimmy G. I could see Tom Brady's a free agent. You know, but
yeah,
that's all if he retires or not. But I mean, he's gonna he's gonna keep playing football till in his 80s or whatever. But
but yeah, that's really about where the Ravens sit at currently. As of 8 p.m. on the 20th of January.
I
Uh,
obviously, so I don't hate Lamar. Obviously, I would like for him to stay. Did you dye your hair blue?
oh,
Nice.
it's purple.
Oh, nice. Nice. Because last time I saw it was blonde. Anyway, or bleached. But anyway, yeah, Lamar loves Baltimore. Baltimore loves Lamar. It's just, and again, it's its own world. We're just the pit. We're the what's the word? We are the bottom of the totem. We're just the fans. We don't know anything about what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah,
So I really think Cleveland really screwed the rest of the league with how much they guaranteed Deshaun. But mm, I just if Lamar stays, I'll be happy. If we ended up trading him, I'd be happiest if we got Justin Fields or Tua. That's all.
gotcha.
But
I'm happiest if they keep Lamar
that's
because
what I'm
I
saying.
think
Yeah, I'll be
he's
happiest if that
he's
happens.
better than every one of those quarterbacks,
Yeah.
and I think keeping him, getting a better offense coordinator, drafting either a skill position or a cornerback in the draft will probably be the best for them upcoming. If they don't, whatever they don't draft, make that the one big trade you do. If you're not going to draft a big name wide receiver, like a top tier wide receiver, go trade for one. Go trade for DeAndre Hopkins or Devontae Adams. If you're not going to go pick up a corner in
What
the
if
draft, go pick up a free agent corner that's got some name to him.
I'll try to be quick because I know we got a few minutes left, but what if we traded? Well, I don't know if he's going to be a free agent or what, but what if we traded Marcus Peters or
We'd have to
Marlon
tag him.
Humphrey to Raiders for Devontae Adams?
They wouldn't trade Marlon Humphrey, I don't think, but they
Marcus
would.
Peters.
They can't trade Marcus Peters. They'd have to franchise tag him or sign him to be able to because he's I think he's unrestricted free agent.
I probably sound so stupid. It's
No,
late.
no, 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 no. You're good.
but
No. With unrestricted free agents and restricted free agents, there's so much confusion with it. You're good. Trust me.
cool.
And I could be wrong also. Someone could completely prove me
I
wrong
don't
in the
know.
comment section. Feel
I
free to
mean,
do so.
the happiest I will be is if Lamar stays, and let's just say in a perfect world we get Devontae Adams.
That would be amazing.
Yeah,
That
and
would
then
be the perfect. I don't even care. We get Devontae Adams, trade our first round pick for the next 2 years. I'm
I
cool
th-
with that.
we can let Marcus Peters walk. We can
Yeah,
let we
Patrick
can
Queen walk. We could probably sign Patrick Queen if that's the case, which that
uh
would be cool. I'd rather have Patrick Queen than Marcus Peters.
that's fair, but I don't know what we would sign Patrick Queen to.
Not a big deal. I don't think he'd want a big deal either.
Are we sure he's not on his rookie contract? He only got drafted in 2020, I thought, or 2019.
Um, he is, but they have to make the choice on his 5th year option, I think is
Okay.
what it is.
Okay. Well, either way, we're here for the Ravens. Uh, we if you want, we could do an episode about the Commanders too, since we're both fans of that too. But for right now, we're talking about the Ravens.
Yeah.
So
I would do Commanders if I knew more stuff about the Commanders. I'm not really a fan of the Commanders. I watch I root for the your guys' fans to do good. Your guys' teams. I'm just a Ravens fan through and through.
cool, cool. Oh yeah, I'm definitely a Ravens fan first, but my wife is a
Nope, that's fair.
Washington fan, so I support. Anyway, so yeah, thank you all for listening. Tell us what you think. What's your ideal situation for the Ravens
Yep.
moving forward? If
Put it
you're
in the comments.
yeah, I mean, I think our biggest need definitely is a good wide receiver. At the
Yeah.
same time, our defense is always going to find a way to make it work. I feel like
Yeah. I
so.
100% agree. Uh Small pickups, defensive line, quarterbacks, big name wide receiver. I personally think a big name running back. I think we're good.
Again,
Or just use J.K. Dobbins to run him 30 times a game. You
that's
know
what
what
I
I
was going to
mean?
say. Use him, keep him healthy, and you got Gus Edwards. I don't know what his contract looks like, but we
He's
can
good.
cut
I think he
Justice
just got
Hill.
re-signed
Okay,
recently.
good. Yeah, we can cut Justice Hill. We can cut Kenyon Drake. We can cut. I could see us cutting Calais Campbell. I don't know what his contract looks like, but I can see
Oh
us
no.
doing it.
I think he's also like Marcus Peters. So I think he's just off books right now.
Gotcha. Well, anyway, thank you all for joining us today on CDT Sports. I have been Dan, and
I've been Chris.
yeah. So let us know in the comments what you think's going to happen. What would you like to happen? Drop a like, drop a subscribe, hit that bell. We're going to do these episodes as much as we can because we enjoy doing it, and we hope that you enjoy listening. So, all right.